Hello everyone. Today we will learn something about the practical applications and tools in a process plant. Like we usually discuss about the calculations and design aspects, today we will learn something about a part of process control. And why we are going to learn about it is that not just calculations on and design parameters are enough. We must be able to control the process so that we can prevent any kind of mishaps and any kind of accidents during the operation. So for that, today we are going to discuss about valves. Valves, they form a very important part of the piping system and are a huge controlling factors in any process plant. You will see a lot of different types of valves whenever you visit any process plant. Uh, and today in this video, we will discuss about the most common types of the valves that you can see in any plant. First, we'll know what is a valve and then we'll discuss about the commonest types. So, let us begin. So first we'll start with what is a valve. Valve is usually a component in the piping system. Like I said, here we are talking about the piping system and how the flow of any fluid can be controlled through it. That is our topic of discussion over here. So a valve forms that particular device whose main job is to control the flow of any media in the piping system, and this control is done by use of some hindrance causing mechanism or something that will cause an obstruction in the pathway of the flow. This obstructing principle, it can be dictated either manually or it can be done with the help of an actuated valve. That is, the valve uses some kind of power source like air or electricity to achieve its purpose. Now we'll start talking about the gate valve. Now this gate valve, as you see in the picture, it has a linear kind of motion. It is the most common type of valve that you'll come across in any industry, and its operation is in linear motion, meaning that it has a stem. The threaded structure that you see in the picture is the stem, and when it goes vertically downwards, the fluid path is obstructed. When it goes vertically upwards, the path is open for the fluid to flow. The main characteristic feature of this kind of valve is that it is either fully open or it is fully closed. There is no intermediate position of this valve, and it is usually used with pipes which have a very large diameter, which is letting a huge amount of flow go through it. Also, this valve is very important because it provides a very good shut off. Shut off means isolation. Suppose you are suddenly told that you have to obstruct the fluid path in a piping system because it is causing a lot of issues in the main process system, or maybe the main operating equipment. So then, if you operate this kind of valve, then it will provide you a good isolation very quickly, and for this purpose it is used. But there is also some disadvantage, that is it has a very rigorous maintenance procedure. The procedure is very stringent, and also the build of the valve, the structure of the valve, it's very heavy and it's costly as well. So for this purpose, there are other kinds of valves that we will see. Here we'll talk about the globe valve. Now, the globe valve and the gate valve, they are often confused in the industry. We just differentiate them on the basis of their shape. That is, the globe valve is usually in a globe-like structure or in a spherical structure, and it has the main feature that unlike the gate valve, it can have an intermediate position. That is, it can be fully open, it can be fully closed, and it can also have an intermediate position. Now, these valves are also used for the same purpose as the gate valve. That is, they are used for isolation purpose or for throttling purpose. The only thing that we have to keep in our mind in this case is that whenever a fluid is flowing through the pipe, there is some pressure drop occurring when it goes through the pipe. So in that case, if the operator or if the engineer thinks that the pressure drop through this valve is not a factor that is going to play a huge role in the main operation equipment, then it is good to go with this kind of valve, because although the pressure drop is negligible, but still it is quite significant than the other kind of valves in case of globe valve. It is also costlier than gate valve, but it is quite commonly used than many other different types of valves in the process industry. Next, we will see the check valve. Now, check valve is a very different kind of valve. It is also called a one-way valve or a no-return valve. What happens over here is that there is a flap. The flap prevents the fluid from going in one direction. It can go in only a particular direction and cannot come back. So this valve is used mainly to prevent any kind of backflow that can occur. Whenever we are operating pumps, the pipelines which carry the fluid to the pumps, it's a very primary concern that there should be no backflow from the pump to the pipeline. In those cases, we use this kind of check valve. The check valve is said to have a rotary motion. That is, it for the globe valve and for the gate valve, you saw a linear kind of motion, but here the motion is rotary. Next, we will see a ball valve. This is also of a rotary motion, and its main feature is that it is a quarter turn valve. Quarter turn rotary motion valve means what? It means that you have to turn the valve at 90-degree angles. If it's 90-degree turn, then it is open. If it is opposite 90-degree turn or minus 90-degree turn, then it is closed. And it can also have an intermediate position. So there is a ball like structure inside the main body of this valve, and this ball has a small hole in it. When the ball's hole and the flow are aligned with each other, then the valve allows the fluid to pass through it. Otherwise, it will not allow. The main advantage of using this kind of valve for any isolation purpose or for any shut off purpose is that this valve has the property of quick action. Unlike gate valve and globe valve, this ball valve will offer a quicker action than expected. So that is the main reason why we use a ball valve. Next, we'll go for a butterfly valve. A butterfly valve also has a quarter turn rotary motion, and it is used in, you will see them in cooling water pipelines, or where you have to deliver high pressure steam services. What happens over here is that this uh, valve is also used for our purpose of isolation, and it has a similar operation principle like ball valve. It also allows quick action for our isolation purpose, but mainly it is very lightweight and it is easy to maintain. That is why this kind of valve is used for any industrial purpose relating to high pressure steam service delivery or through for the cooling tower pipelines. Next, we will see a needle valve. In case of a needle valve, we must remember that it is offering a lot of accuracy or a lot of precision in the control of the fluid flow. It is used for small diameter pipes, and it will control a very low flow rate, but it will give you very precise control. The stem of the valve has a needle shape, so its design and operation is similar to globe valve, and it is mainly used for low fluid flow rates, for the control of low fluid flow rates. Lastly, we will talk about the pinch valve. It is also another common type of valve, and its principle is more like the pinching of skin. When you pinch your skin, the two layers of your skin that you are pinching gets compressed. So, in similar fashion, this valve, it has a rubber sheath inside it, a two-layer rubber sheath. It may not be rubber, it may be some other polymeric material depending on the type of fluid that you are passing through the valve. And the stem, when it is pressed down, it pinches the two rubber layers or the two polymeric layers and obstructs the path of the flow. So it is the simplest kind of valve design, and it is also of linear motion type. It can be usually connected with pipe which transport slurries. That is the main reason that the purpose for which they are used, and these are also having a linear motion, like it's understandable from the image. So these are some of the commonest types of valves that you will come across any industry. Whenever you visit a process plant, you will definitely see this kind of valve. Now, I would like to acknowledge that this content and the idea of sharing something practical about the aspects of study, that has been offered by one of my friends who runs a channel, Fire Technology and Industrial Safety Study. This channel, I have provided the link for this channel in description box, and it has videos on safety measures and different case studies that are practically done in the plant. So you can check that channel out in case you want to go through such interesting content. A huge thanks to him, and thank you.